So the first place that you're going to see volume moving, this is with our first level of Unilevel. So on the first level of Unilevel, we pay 2%. And doTERRA is in kind of a unique position because unlike most Unilevel plans, we pay the lowest percentage at the top and the highest percentage deeper down. So that means that we're paying you the highest percentage where you likely have the most people and the lowest percentage where you likely have the fewest. And as we looked at the numbers, we're paying an average of $7 to $10 per person for that first level Unilevel for thousands and thousands of people. And what we determined was we can be more efficient with that 2%. There's a lot more that we can do than just pay people $7 to $10. So we're going to be moving that 2% from Unilevel to create a power of 3 boost bonus. And that power of 3 boost bonus, we'll talk about a little bit later in the training. But I want you to know right now where that 2% is going. It's going straight to the fund, this power of 3 boost bonus. Now, what this will do is it'll make it so that people who have 500 in rewards volume on their front line, instead of getting $10 like they were getting today, with the 2%, they'll be getting $50 to $100 on that first level volume. So this is a really exciting shift. It's kind of a unique opportunity that doTERRA had because of the way that our Unilevel is. And I'm really excited about the better use of this 2% to really help our leaders to see more benefit. So let's talk a little bit more about it. The metric that doTERRA is going to use is called team growth volume. So this will be the minimum growth requirement metric. And what team growth volume is it's all the volume in the current month that comes from people that your team has enrolled or reactivated in the past 12 months. So basically, doTERRA is going to look back at the past 12 months of enrollment activity or reactivation activity in your team and say how many of those people that enrolled or reactivated in the last 12 months are still ordering today or ordering this month. And the total number that place an order in February will be your team growth volume in February. Now, the second place where you'll see volume moving is also in Unilevel. Now, currently in the compensation plan today, in the policy manual, it states that to get paid on your 6th and 7th levels of Unilevel, you need to enroll 1 person per quarter with 100 PV. Now, lots of people don't even know that is in the policy manual because we've never enforced it. The founders wrote it in the policy manual a long time ago, and it's always been there, but it's never been something doTERRA enforced. So as doTERRA looked at, well, is this the time to enforce this policy? doTERRA looked at it and realized this policy isn't really doing what they would want it to do. It's most people that I've heard that people haven't heard of this before. But it's there, but doTERRA has never enforced it. So what doTERRA is doing is they're going to take that out of the policy manual, that old policy as it's written, and they're going to create a new one. And this new one is going to be much better because of the way that it will be able to help doTERRA to be more efficient in how they pay Unilevel. So this is how it will work. First of all, once you are platinum and above, there will be no restriction on Unilevel. So it's just going to be platinums and above. You never have to worry about any sort of performance requirement to get your full uni level. So that makes platinum a very important rank for everyone to get to. It should be your goal rank. If there's a rank where you want to retire in the future, make sure that you're at platinum and above. It is kind of what doTERRA is looking at. Now for elite through gold ranks, doTERRA is going to implement a minimum growth requirement to get paid the 2 deepest levels of Unilevel. Why are they doing this? This is to address blessed accounts. So webinars are a little hard for me because I love to have the interaction from everybody. But for the blessed accounts, how many of you have heard that term? Have people heard the term blessed accounts? Okay, some people may have heard the term stacked accounts, or even some people say squatters, but basically, a blessed account, as Emily Wright termed it, is somebody who is lucky. So, for example, if you have 4 wellness advocates on top of each other, and then an elite pops up underneath them, it automatically makes those other four wellness advocates elites. And they may have never enrolled anyone in their life, but they just kind of got lucky because an elite popped up underneath them. So all four of those people became elites just because the volume is now there. So now doTERRA is paying all of those people 5 levels of Unilevel. And that is not the most efficient way to pay out the Unilevel. doTERRA wants to make sure that when they are paying Unilevel out, they are paying it to people that have either done something in the past to build the business or are still doing something to build the business. So with this policy change, doTERRA are going to be addressing blessed accounts. So let's talk a little bit more about it. The metric that doTERRA is going to use is called team growth volume. So this will be the minimum growth requirement metric. And what team growth volume is it's all the volume in the current month that comes from people that your team has enrolled or reactivated in the past 12 months. So basically, doTERRA is going to look back at the past 12 months of enrollment activity or reactivation activity in your team and say how many of those people that enrolled or reactivated in the last 12 months are still ordering today or ordering this month. And the total number that place an order in February will be your team growth volume in February. So let me show you what that will look like. So in your back office, this report isn't ready yet, but it will be coming soon. You'll have a team growth volume report, and you'll be able to go in and see a list of all the people that enrolled on your team or reactivated on your team in the last 12 months. And you'll see what level they're on in your team, what month they enrolled or reactivated in. And then you'll also see the total amount that they are ordering. So you can see in October, this person's team growth volume was 725. In December, their team growth volume was 875 because it's the total added up volume in the current month from those people over the past 12 months. Now, just so everyone is clear, this is the most complicated part of all the changes. So doTERRA is leading with it. It's okay if you're feeling a little bit like, what is this? I don't quite get it. You're going to have time to be able to learn it and get used to it in your back office. But I want to tell you a few reasons why we're adding a little bit of that complexity. Looking at a rolling 12 months does add complexity. But the reason we want to do that is because we know that your business ebbs and flows every year. There are periods where you're working harder, you're getting more enrollments, and then there are periods where you're stepping back. And we want to make sure that that continues. That's a huge part of why people do direct sales is for the flexibility. So this metric is looking at the past 12 months to ensure that you get credit for the times you're cranking and the times that you're stepping back. It kind of evens out the whole thing. Does the enrollment order count? The answer is no. So it's volume after the enrollment order or after the reactivation month. So it's all the volume in the current month that comes from people who previously reactivated or previously enrolled. So not if they enroll this month or reactivate this month. Then next month, you get to count any subsequent orders. So this team growth volume metric is getting people focused on building good business habits. And the best way to have a thriving business is to get new customers and get them to order again. That's how you get business flowing. Does loyalty rewards orders? Do those orders count? Is it only loyalty rewards for team growth volume? It's any type of volume. It could be a standard order or a rewards order that will count now. But remember, it's only after enrollment month and reactivation month. This will be something that you'll have this report soon in the back office, and then you can start practicing with it. Another thing to remember, you're not going to be impacted by any of this until doTERRA launch the changes, and they will be launching these updates and these enhancements in end of Q2 June, is what they are really shooting for, to be able to have these. So you have the next 3 or 4 months to really start getting used to the idea, understanding how it all works, seeing these reports as they come out. We want to make sure that you're totally in the know and feeling confident
some questions that are coming up, team growth and volume includes personal enrollment or personal reactivations. Don't speak to that.
Yep. So team growth volume does, you said, personal enrollments and personal reactivations. So yes, all of that counts. It doesn't matter who is enrolling and who is reactivating these people. As long as they're being placed within a certain number of levels underneath you, then their volume after the enrollment month counts for you.
So to be clear, so for me and my team, if I enroll some people and I, help them get on LRP, does that count towards my team growth volume?
Yes, 100%. So let's walk through one example like that. So let's say that John, he enrolls Sandra, right? And he places Sandra underneath me in his team. Now, in the month that he enrolls Sandra, her enrollment volume doesn't count toward this metric. But next month, if he helps Sandra get on the loyalty rewards program, then Sandra's order would start counting toward this. So that hopefully that helps to give a little bit more clarity. Okay, now let's go on to the next one here. So, team growth volume. This is how it will work for elite through gold ranks. So, if you are elite, premier, silver, or gold, then you will have this minimum team growth volume that you need to reach in order to get your two deepest levels of Unilevel. So, elites, they need 300 on the first three levels underneath them. Premiers need 400 on the first four levels. Silver's is 500 on the first five levels, and Gold's is 600 on the first six levels. So why is doTERRA not letting everyone just include everybody on their team? The reason is, if you're an elite over a diamond, the whole point is that you shouldn't be getting credit for all of the work that that diamond is doing. Some of the work, sure, especially when you've enrolled that diamond, but not all of it. So, as an elite, you get to count three levels. Premier is four levels, silver is five, and gold is six. So, as you rank advance, you get to count more activity that's happening within your organization toward this metric. Now, another question that I get quite frequently is, well, I understand how an elite can be a blessed account, but how is a silver a blessed account? Because silvers, they work hard. Like you have to work hard to build out three elites and to hit silver. That is not an easy thing to do, and that's true 100%. But I would like to submit to all of you that there's a difference between a regular silver and a blessed silver. If I'm a silver who has three elites, then I'm getting like kind of an average silver unilevel check. If I'm a silver who has two elites and a diamond, then I'm a silver who's getting a diamond unilevel check, which is massive. So there is such a thing as being a blessed silver or even a blessed gold when you happen to have that kind of massive volume that's underneath you from another leader. So this is primarily addressing blessed accounts. If you're blessed and you have all this extra volume and extra unit level that you're getting paid, that's great. And if you want to keep getting at all the levels, you need to be meeting these minimum team growth requirements. When you don't meet those, then the two deepest levels of Unilevel will be reallocated to the pools to pay our active builders more. So this is how doTERRA is managing their situation with blessed accounts to be able to still give opportunities for blessed accounts to maximize it if they want, or doTERRA will reallocate those funds to the pools to pay more to our active builders. So that's really what doTERRA is doing here with these blessed accounts. So just for clarity there, dynamic compression is the same as it's always been. doTERRA is not changing how Unilevel pays. It still pays out the same way. The only difference is that if you are not hitting your minimum growth requirement as a premier, for example, you're below 400, then your two deepest levels of Unilevel, instead of paying out to you, those funds would go to the pools to pay more to our active builders. But Unilevel is not touched. It still pays out dynamically the same way that it has in the past. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about this team growth volume metric. Like I said, this helps you focus on the activities that are the lifeblood of a business. You're working on recruiting customers and helping them to order again. And as everybody focuses on this from elite to presidential diamond, what we'll see is this will become a rising tide that will lift all the ships that are within doTERRA. So we're looking forward to how team growth volume is going to impact the health of your business personally and the health of doTERRA in general on our trajectory for growth. Okay, so we just made it through the most complicated part. I know that it's not going to be 100% clear right now, but I hope that what you're understanding from this is that doTERRA is working to be more efficient, to pay our active builders, and to address our blessed accounts within doTERRA. We need to address that to make sure that this 48% that is amazing that we pay is paying in the right direction. So, and again, dynamic compression doesn't go away. It is a beautiful thing that is a superpower of doTERRA that will work the same as it has always worked in the past. Okay, now we've gone through where volume's moving. Now we get in the exciting parts. We get to talk about the benefits. Now that doTERRA is shifting these things, how does it make doTERRA's comp plan the best ever that it's been and the innovative plan for the future that leads the market? So, first of all, from this blessed account shift, where is the volume going? So volume coming from those two deepest levels of Unilevel will go into two places, the empowerment pool and the diamond performance pool. So we're adding 0.25% of volume to the empowerment pool. We're keeping the requirements the same as they were before. So this is just an immediate pay increase for people that are earning shares in this pool. So as a premier or a silver, you can earn up to $200. It used to be 160. And as a gold, you can get 2 shares, so you can earn up to $400. So this is a nice little bump for our premier through gold ranks. And we're excited to be able to offer that now as we address blessed accounts.